Once you have decided on what crops you want to grow and what propagation methods you will use, you can start to prepare your area according to what sun, space and soil you will need. Always remember that seeds start small, but they grow big. If you don't allow them enough space to thrive as adult plants, they will compete and your yield will suffer. In most cases, planting 2 seeds at the right distance apart will produce more yield than 3 planted closer together. I will be using sexual and asexual propagation. This will use seeds and parent plants. For asexual propagation, I chose crops that could be store-bought and easily regrown. This is covered in more detail in a later chapter. The seeds I chose were chosen based on how those plants would cope across multiple hardiness zones, with special consideration given to frost. Frost is one of the biggest factors that will influence when you plant, and in certain areas you may need additional protection from frost. Frost must always be an important consideration when planning your garden. Frost is not your friend. Frost develops when the temperature is cold enough for the water molecules on the surface of the plant to freeze. Ice crystals appear without liquid water ever forming. Black frost can be a killer. Black frost occurs when the air is so dry that there are no ice crystals on the surface of the plant, but instead, these crystals form inside the plant. Frost is not good for any plants, but black frost will kill them. The hardiness zones are more than just about frost. There are other factors to consider, such as rainfall and temperature. The zones indicate where certain plants can survive or thrive. You will be growing in one of our 5 hardiness zones. Zone 1 has coastal summer rainfall. This zone can be windy, but should have no frost in the winter months. Zone 2 has coastal winter rainfall. Again, this zone can be windy, but with light frost. Zone 3 has winter rainfall. Frost is usually rare. Zone 4 has summer rainfall with a dry winter, with frost, and high summer heat. Zone 5 has bushveld summer rainfall. This zone has mild winters with some frost in low-lying areas and high rainfall in the summer months. Plan your crops around what grows well in your zone. As these zones are pretty big, asking your community what grows best in your specific area will always be the most accurate way of finding this out. So to recap on the previous chapters, your choice of seed should match your needs, your hardiness zone, your family or community's preferences, or the demand of your customers, and finally, what will thrive in your area. Being on the high veld, I considered frost, heat, planting times, growing times, and harvesting times, and of course yield. For the sake of this course, I've chosen a wide variety and added companion crops and flowers. The crops I chose to grow from seed are the squash family. This includes pumpkin, butternut and gem squash. They are also part of the 3 sisters, the companion planting method we will be following that mixes sweet corn, beans and peas, and one of the 3 chosen squashes as partners. They are a good source of magnesium, calcium, vitamin A and vitamin B6. Plus they offer protein and fiber. Pumpkins contain potassium and beta-carotene, and the seeds are rich in zinc. Two, cauliflower. Cauliflower is a good source of fiber, iron, potassium, and vitamins C, B3 and B5. Along with the other members of the cabbage family, it is an immune system booster. Cauliflower requires full sun and well-drained soil, but it is sensitive to heat. Three, broccoli. 1 cup of broccoli has as much vitamin C as an orange, plus calcium, potassium, zinc, vitamins A, B6, B12, D, E, and K, and a range of additional beneficial minerals. Four, eggplant. Eggplant, also known as aubergine or brinjal, is from the nightshade family. Like the squash family and tomatoes, they are actually a fruit. A fruit develops from the flower of a plant, and the seeds are found in the fruit. Eggplant fruits contain antioxidants and polyphenols, which may help if you have diabetes. We will be growing the Black Beauty variety, which requires a long growing season. Eggplants prefer the heat with at least 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight per day. They grow best in a well-drained sandy loam or loam soil, which is fairly high in organic matter. So we have prepared one bed especially for them and their companions. Five, beans. A single cup of beans has around 15 grams of low-fat, low-calorie protein, plus fiber that helps protect against heart disease, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, and digestive illnesses. Beans are a warm season crop that grow quickly, so you can plant them directly into the ground once the frost is gone. We will be planting a variety of beans. Six, peas. 1 cup of cooked green peas contains 134 calories, 8.6 grams of protein, 25 grams of carbohydrates, dietary fiber, plus they are low in saturated fat, cholesterol, and salt. They are a good source of vitamins and minerals, including vitamin A, vitamin B6, folate, and magnesium. Peas need full sun and soil that drains well. They need less fertilizing than many other vegetables, plus they grow up, meaning they take less bed space, and they grow well with corn. We will be planting green feast peas, once in early spring and again in late summer. Seven, carrots. 100 grams or 2 small carrots contains 41 calories, almost a gram of protein, 10 grams of carbohydrates, sugar, fiber, and antioxidants. Carrots also contain calcium and vitamin K, both of which are important for bone health. Carrots grow well in cool weather, so we will be getting those into the ground first. Carrots like 6 to 8 hours of sun per day and prefer loose, sandy, and well-drained soil. Eight, Sweet corn. In 1 ear of sweet corn, you get 90 calories, 3 grams of protein, 19 grams of carbohydrates, fiber, sugars, and 3.6 milligrams of vitamin C, which is over 10% of the daily value. Sweet corn is a warm season crop that requires warm soils, full sun all day, and which should be planted after frost. Corn needs space, as each plant is expected to produce 1 ear. To get the full benefits of corn as a staple, you'd probably need to plant around 40 plants, although 80 would be better. Corn is wind pollinated, and so it must be planted in blocks or squares of 3 or more rows, or the ears will not be pollinated. Sweet corn will grow in most soils if it is well drained, but it prefers loam soil. Sweet corn is a heavy feeder and will do well with extra nitrogen. It is also a thirsty plant, needing a lot of water in the run-up to harvest. 9. Kale. 1 cup of raw kale has 33 calories, 3 grams of protein, and 2.5 grams of fiber, plus a host of vitamins, and it provides an omega-3 fatty acid. The minerals in kale include phosphorus, potassium, calcium, and zinc. Kale grows best in full sun, but it can handle partial shade. Fertile soil will help produce the most tender leaves. Swiss chard. Although chard is sometimes called perpetual spinach, it's actually more closely related to beetroot than to spinach. It is also more resistant to heat. Swiss chard matches kale in nutritional value. 1 cup or 175 grams of cooked Swiss chard contains 35 calories, 3.3 grams of protein, 7 grams of carbohydrates, fiber, 477% of the daily value of vitamin K, 60% of your vitamin A, plus a healthy dose of vitamin C, magnesium, iron, copper, potassium, calcium, and vitamin E. Chard will tolerate partial sun, but grows best in full sun. It prefers a slightly acidic to neutral and fertile soil. Some crops will grow better in your region than others. The easiest way to find out what's best to grow is to ask your community members. Ask those who have experience. There's usually a reason crops are favored in certain regions. In the next chapter, we will look at the companion plants we will be growing alongside our focus crops. I'll see you there.